Hey, what's up guys? Lewis here. How you guys doing? So you can see today we're at Universal, and behind me I got the VelociCoaster and Hulk. Now I'm going to show you a couple of cool shots that you can take from the VelociCoaster from not some traditional areas. So without further ado, let's go ahead and show you. Let's go. Let the adventure begin. Here we go, guys. VelociCoaster officially opened June 10, 2021 at Universal's Island Adventure here in Orlando, Florida. This roller coaster, in my honest opinion, is one of the coolest and crazy things I've ever gotten on. Now, according to Wikipedia, the VelociCoaster features 2 high-speed launches powered by linear synchronous motors, a signature 155-foot tall top hat, 4 inversion, and a maximum speed of 70 miles per hour. And trust me, it does feel like 100 when you're on that thing. The most impressive thing is that you only have a lap bar, so you feel like you're holding on for dear life. Now, one of the cool things of us photographers is that we like light trails, and this has lots of them. Now, be aware that not all trains are lit all the time, so usually 1 out of 3 that has a cool blue lights on all the time. Now, before I show you the photos, note that some of the settings are all over the place, but my intention was to match the shutter speed on the time that the train is visible. This way you capture the most of the lights coming off of them. So something that's probably far away would probably be like 5 seconds, or something that if you want to get longer trails because the train is visible, you can go up to 20 seconds. So just for you to know, that's why you'll see some of the settings are over the place when I adjust the f-stop, because again, I'm trying to shoot for the shutter speed, which is where the train is visible. So off we go. Let's go ahead and check out those settings. Now we're coming up on one here, which is makes for some pretty cool, interesting photos, which is where you actually have the 2 of them. You have the Hulk as well as VelociCoaster, and it's in this corner right here. And if you know how to time it, or if you know how to Photoshop, you can actually put the 2 of them in the same frame, and it is right here. Here you go. Now for the first couple shots, we're actually going to head here into what I like to call the Popeye ride, but I'm going to put the name underneath of what it really is. And I'm going to show you a little spot here, which is awesome for photos. And there's nobody back here, which is really interesting. Now, you want to come into the ride, like we just did. You're going to keep on going all the way to the back part. And here's the Olive right here. Check out this boat. So cool. Now, since there is a weather delay, we do not get any boats coming down. Now, once you get to the back, you're going to see this trail here. You're going to keep on taking the trail. You're going to keep on going all the way to the back. And this is just like borderline here to the side of the lake, so you know you're good. And you actually get some pretty good shots here of this ride if you want to take some really cool shots with the water and the reflections and all that stuff. That's it. Today we're looking at the shots for the VelociCoaster. Then let's continue with that. Now, if you've already seen the photos that I'm about to show you where the locations are, then you probably know that the first one is probably the one that I like the best, which has a sign, a number 5 on it, which is cool because you got the VelociCoaster in the back and you got the 5 showing like the speed. But this place is awesome for photos, and there's nobody here. Check this out. And what I like to do is I could put my little tripod right here and shoot in an angle. You got the number 5 there, and you got the VelociCoaster. And so you got to bring the tripod, because remember, we're going to be doing long exposures to be able to catch those really cool blue lines. And this is awesome for night shots, guys. Like for example, here you got Mythos, I'm probably saying it wrong, which is awesome to photograph here during at night. And you got also the Hulk over there, and you got Zeus's landing over there, which is great for photos. But this here is one of the spots that I like for shooting the photos, and it's from right here. You got this really big thing here, which you can put your tripod, and you get a really good shot when it's doing the inversions, when it's doing the twist here. I don't know what the name of that thing is, corkscrew probably. When it's doing that, that's where you can get some really good shots right here. Now, there is another really cool spot, which is right there on this corner, but to be honest, I like it here because this way you somewhat get the VelociCoaster coming towards you in an angle. If you come over here to this corner, what's going to happen, you're going to get too much in an angle, too much like head on, and it's not going to show the really cool trails as if you were parked over here, where you can get the trails coming sideways.
Now coming from Kong, we're gonna keep on walking because we're gonna get here to one of the food locations, which is actually a good photo op spot inside the food location. What we're gonna go into is here to the Burger Digs, which is shared with Jurassic Park Discovery Center. Here into the balcony, and we're going to take a right. Go right here. We're going to stand right here, and this provides for some really cool photos because you got the sign there. Now it could be a little bit more to the left, but since there's people there, I don't want to bug them. Okay, so now we came down the staircase to head to the back towards the exit here, which is going to take us to the entrance. Now, just as you get out right here, it is an awesome photo op. The farther you get, the better it looks, but check how cool this looks. Now, one of the shots that I took that got actually featured was the one right here, which is where you got the VelociCoaster coming down during the nighttime. And I photographed it literally right here from the floor, shot upward at an angle like this. And that's it. Here's where I took the shot. Now, you just gotta be patient, but this is the spot right here. As you walk out, there's a really cool photo op right here with this thing here. And this one, I love taking the photo of it because you can get it in an angle like this. And if you're shooting from the bottom up, you can get the VelociCoaster passing by here on the top. Here's how the shot looks. Now you get that shot. Instead of going out to the exit, we're actually going to go down this bridge because there's a ton of spots here that we could take really cool shots. Of course, you could take some of the stuff that's going over you, but we want to take advantage that the roller coaster goes over the lake here, so we're going to take advantage and get all those juicy reflections, like I like to call them. The first one is right here. You got Hogsmeade in the background, and if you go pretty much to the corner, and I'm going to go there because there's people there, you'll be able to get the reflections. As you can see here, you can see the tracks on the water. The closer you get, the more tracks you get, and you can get some really cool reflections of it. Once you take the photo over there, you're actually going to turn away to the other side, and you're going to see that you got the tracks here that cross as well. And we're going to line up. Depends where you want to go, but I'm going to show you where I did. And I parked right here. And the reason for that was that I wanted to be able to get as much of the reflections as possible. So adjust accordingly. But again, this is a great spot because you got all the stuff in the back. So make sure you shoot with a tight f-stop, like an f8 or something like that. That way you can get everything focused all the way to the back. Coming back to this corner over here, what would be really cool, and I'm going to throw this out there to my photographer friends, if anybody wants to give this a shot, is to actually get the VelociCoaster as well as the fireworks to shoot off of the castle there in the back. That would be a killer shot. And you can see here we got reflections on the bottom. So I don't know, throwing that challenge out there. If not, I'm going to come one day and give it a try, see what I can get. The last and final shot is actually here behind Maito's restaurant. So we're going to go ahead and walk around it, and that's going to be able to show us a path to be able to get to the back part of it and show you the last photo spot that I think is awesome to be able to take photos with the VelociCoaster. Now the reason for this location is that when we talk about the VelociCoaster, the top hat, which is probably the highest part of the roller coaster, if you're over there on the other side, you won't actually see the lines that well because it's somewhat in a really strange angle. So coming over to this corner over here, we're going to be getting the VelociCoaster in an angle which is going to be facing us, and we'll be able to get that really cool long blue line of the VelociCoaster. Okay, so here we are, and we're going to actually set up the tripod either on any of these two spots. As you can see here, the cool thing of this location is that you get the VelociCoaster coming down, so you're going to be able to get all the blue line. If we were on the other side over there, we wouldn't be able to get the line as well as getting it from the front. And here's how the shot looks. Now that I've showed you all the shots that I think were cool for the VelociCoaster, what do you think? Yes or no? And I want to see if you've actually taken photos from different locations and want to go ahead and show them. Feel free to put comments underneath, and I'd love to see them. Okay, so that's it here from Islands of Adventure. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and you know where I took these photos in case you want to come here to Islands of Adventure. You know exactly where I took them from. Now again, if you haven't followed this channel, my name is Louis, aka Disney Nuts, and I do videos of photography here as well as Disney. So make sure you give that follow to the account. You want to see some more videos, that way you keep them flowing. Till then, guys, this is Lewis signing off. Take care. See ya. Bye. Okay, guys, so that's it here from Islands of Adventure. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and hopefully you know now where I took these photos in case you want to come and try them out yourself. Now you know the exact locations where I took them from. So until then, guys, stay awesome. See ya. Bye.